Looking for the fastest way to lose your love handles? Well, I gotta be honest, even if you're working out often, love handle fat is very stubborn to get rid of. But watch until the end as I reveal 7 ways to get rid of those love handles permanently. Hasta la vista, back fat. Starting with number 7, consistency with eating a healthy diet. You can't expect your love handles to magically vanish overnight like a fairy tale spell. No, my friend, it takes commitment. Burning fat is a journey, especially when it comes to those love handles. They're like the VIP section for body fat, hard to access and reserved for the late burn party. Hormones and biomechanics play a role in this fat-burning drama, making those love handles cling on for dear life until the very end. Believe it or not, there's a method to this madness. Our bodies are wise creatures, molded by thousands of years of evolution. They've got this sneaky preference for storing fat in the love handle zone rather than, let's say, our hands. Why? Well, because our hands are like our little helpers, and having excess fat there would seriously mess with our everyday movements. So here's the deal. Your body will only say goodbye to these love handles when it's exhausted all other fat reserves. Think of it as a last resort, a farewell feast for your body to feast on when it's finally run out of other options. So, my warriors against the love handles, remember this: consistency is key, patience is your shield, and persistence is your sword. Number 6, cut out all simple sugar. I'm talking about those sneaky, simple sugars that lurk in everyday temptations like soda, donuts, and cookies. They're like the hidden ninjas of calories, just waiting to sabotage your weight loss efforts. The worst part, you can consume these in massive amounts without even realizing it. Think about it, it's a breeze to demolish 1,000 calories worth of ice cream or slurp down a sugary beverage without feeling full or satisfied. Instead, you'll experience a sugar-induced roller coaster, crashing hard a couple hours later and feeling hungrier than ever. It's a vicious cycle. Multiple research studies have shown that sugar barely puts a dent in our satiety levels and messes with our brain's hunger and fullness cues. So what do? We wave goodbye to those simple sugars and watch our love handles vanish faster than a magic trick. Now you might be wondering, okay, so what do I eat to drop body fat fast? I'm glad you asked, because that is number 5. Eat single-ingredient, low-calorie foods. Fear not, my friends, I have a game-changing solution for you. Brace yourself for the magic of single-ingredient foods with a low-calorie density. This brilliant strategy was backed by a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. They did some serious detective work on hunger, and the results were mind-blowing. Here's the scoop. They gathered a bunch of lucky participants and let them feast to their heart's content for 5 glorious days. But hold on, there's a twist. They had 2 groups with different diets. One group indulged in a high-energy diet filled with calorie-dense treats and fatty meats. The other group had a low-energy diet packed with nutrient-rich veggies, fruits, grains, and beans. Can you guess what happened? Well, it turns out that the participants on the low-energy diet felt satisfied after munching on an average of 1,570 calories. Meanwhile, their counterparts on the high-energy density diet needed a whopping 3,000 calories to achieve the same level of fullness. That's nearly double the amount of calories. This study and others like it prove one thing: not all calories are equal. Oh no, some calories have superhero powers while others are just meh. So if you want to say goodbye to those love handles at lightning speed, I've got a mouth-watering tip for you. Get ready to make single-ingredient foods with a low energy density, the VIPs of your diet. What does that mean? Well, think veggies, lean meats, and beans. Wave goodbye to hunger pains and say hello to satisfaction, and watch those love handles shrink away. Number 4, build muscle to burn more fat. When you prioritize packing on some muscle, you are on the path to a long-term lean body secret. Let me explain. I've encountered countless clients who were eager to shed fat but lacked significant muscle on their frame. Little did they know that this was a major roadblock in their fat loss journey. It kept them stuck in a plateau land, even with a squeaky clean diet. But guess what? Once they shifted gears and focused on gaining muscle, the magic started to happen. Building muscle has a multitude of benefits. First off, muscles are like calorie-burning furnaces The more muscle mass you have, the more calories your body naturally torches on a daily basis. It's like having a secret weapon for maintaining a calorie deficit without breaking a sweat. Now, some experts claim that the impact of muscle on metabolism might not be as sky high as we once believed, but here's the hidden gem they're missing. Muscles are fantastic storage units for glycogen. Those sugars you devour from apples, potatoes, and yes, even cookies, all transform into glycogen in your body, and your muscles are like sponges, eagerly absorbing excess glycogen to prevent it from turning into body fat. Don't just take my word for it. Let's look at a study where overweight police officers with an average body fat of 26% embarked on a weight training program. Within 12 weeks, they dropped 9.3 pounds of fat while proudly gaining 8.8 pounds of lean body mass. Talk about a double win. Number 3, walk more. Now you might be wondering, why walking? Well, my fat-burning friends, walking is a superstar when it comes to burning calories without triggering your hunger monster. In fact, it torches more than double the calories per hour compared to sitting. Now let's do some math here. If you swap one measly hour of sitting for a delightful stroll, you'll be saying goodbye to nearly 1,000 extra calories per week. Personally, I'm a fan of indulging in long walks outdoors. There's something magical about strolling in nature, soaking up the sights and sounds while reaping the added benefits of relaxation and improved mental well-being. It's like a double dose of awesomeness for your body and soul. Oh, and here's another perk. Walking won't leave you ravenous like a beast. Unlike intense running or other forms of cardio, it's gentle on your muscles and joints, ensuring it doesn't interfere with your weight training workouts. So you can stride your way to a leaner physique without feeling like you've put through the ringer. Number 2, diet breaks. Surprisingly, some people can handle the pressure of a consistent calorie deficit day in and day out. But me, well, I need my breaks. I need a moment to indulge in the deliciousness of life. Pizza, cheese, fries, and yes, even ice cream. Life's too short to deprive ourselves entirely, am I right? Enter the mighty diet break. It's a glorious period where we step away from that calorie deficit and simply eat at maintenance. Now, don't expect to shed pounds and fat like a superhero during your diet break. It's not about that. The true magic lies in the benefit it brings to your metabolism and your long-term success. Let me give you the scoop from a Matador study. They took 51 brave, obese men and split them into 2 groups. One group endured 16 weeks of continuous dieting, while the other group had the luxury of intermittent energy restriction. That means they cycled between 2 weeks of dieting and 2 weeks of diet breaks. Now guess what? The results were in, and those clever folks who implemented the diet breaks came out on top. They not only lost more weight and body fat compared to the continuous dieters, but they also experienced a milder dip in their metabolism. It's like they found a secret path to weight loss efficiency. So my food-loving friends, if you find it hard to stay on track with a diet that feels like it's constantly tightening its grip on you, diet breaks might just be the answer. It's a more sustainable approach that allows you to manage hunger, keep your metabolism from snoozing, and staying committed to your overall goal. And last but not least, number 1, don't bother with love handle specific exercises. Picture this. Scientists rounded up some brave souls and put them in a grueling 4 hours of ab training every week for a solid 6 weeks. Now you think with all that sweat and effort, you would blast away the belly fat, right? Wrong. Despite their valiant efforts, those ab exercises didn't make a dent in their love handles or overall fat loss. Bummer, I know. But here's the deal, my friend. If you're serious about ditching those love handles, it's time to shift your focus. Forget about obsessing over the calories you burn during exercise. Instead, set your sights on the food you put in your mouth. It's all about removing excess carbs and fat calories from your diet. That's the real secret sauce. As much as I wish there was a magical exercise that could zap those love handles away, it's just not in the cards. But fear not, by focusing on your diet and making smart choices, you're on the right path to bid those love handles farewell. You got this. Want more fast weight loss secrets? Check out my next video.